Not only are we drafting in T-minus 10 minutes, we're talking Derrick Henry and the likelihood of this man getting traded before the Halloween October 31 deadline. And we don't know. He might not get traded. He might not get traded. Maybe not enough teams are interested in giving up draft capital for an older player that might not help them long term, but not a lot of players are going to be intriguing enough for a team to go get when they're not like in a position to win a championship. So not only do you have to have the draft capital, interest, and belief that he's still got something left in the tank, but you've got to be a contender. So we pulled up a few names here of teams that could be potential suitors. I've got the news, or at least one piece of the news that's floating around everywhere per sources, right? Nothing substantiated yet, nothing concrete, nothing coming from Schefter or Rappaport or the boys. This is literally Twitter rumors, but logical in theory. And the Fantasy Football Show, Derrick Henry emergency breaking live stream. What's this do for Spears edition begins right now on top of T-minus 8 minutes and 40 seconds until draft time.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Gentlemen, we have a little bit of breaking news here tonight, and none of it is substantiated or backed up by great sources. It's merely per source, right? Per unidentified source. But we do have a lot of logical reasons to believe that this is in the works for the Tennessee Titans. The trading of Derrick Henry away for draft capital and ability to build for the future. The Titans aren't winning anytime soon. The Titans are not in a position to be like, let's hold Derrick Henry and try and win some games. The Titans look awful. They're 2-4. Their offense is putrid. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and I think they know that. And I think sending Derrick Henry off as a rental for a year to a team willing to pay very low draft capital mid-season, might I remind you, the team that acquires Derrick Henry would be giving up, I don't even know what it would be. I don't even know if it would be a third rounder. I don't even know what Derrick Henry is going to go for in today's open market mid-season. And so the draft capital might be super small to the point where we saw the Christian McCaffrey trade go down, where it was, in hindsight, the easiest trade to ever accept for any team. And the fact that no other teams took McCaffrey away from the Niners is head-scratching. And while this guy is no Christian McCaffrey, he doesn't have much left in the tank. He could help a team like the Buffalo Bills win a championship. He could help a team like the Ravens try and vie for a nice playoff seeding, a wild card win, and maybe a deep playoff run. The Bengals, same thing. The Bengals could use Derrick Henry very badly, in my opinion. The Browns, look, the Browns defense is awesome. They're unbelievable, but they have no ability to maneuver the football on the ground to the tune I think that they could if they had a bruising back like Derrick Henry, who I do think is not capable of being the Derrick Henry of old, but I think a team like the Browns might believe that he can do this all season long. And in the right environment like Buffalo, used sparingly, he'd be a force. He would be a force. He'd be a difference maker for the Ravens, the Bills, the Bengals. I don't think so for the Browns, but they're going to be in play potentially as an opportunistic spot for this type of move because they've got a great defense. Run supports the D supports the run. Maybe this gets Deshaun Watson and his little bruisey poo in his shoulder, his little tiny itty-bitty bruise that he's sitting out. Maybe it gets him motivated to get back onto the field. And maybe it helps develop Watson because the Titans, they need to get rid of him. The Browns crapped the bed when DeAndre Hopkins was available for a little acquisition that could have potentially helped the man known as Deshaun Watson, who the biggest debacle trade and quarterback contract we've ever seen in our lives. I don't know if there'll ever be a worse trade or contract combination in the next 10, 15 years than that Deshaun Watson trade and new contract, $230+ million guaranteed. This guy looks like a huge bust. What could they have done? The Browns? Add Hopkins. Familiar face. Support him. They didn't. So the Browns are at fault here too. I don't just blame everything on Deshaun Watson. Here's an opportunity to maybe right some wrongs, maybe bring in some support. And so I think the Browns would be in the conversation. Again, at the end of the day, what's the outcome? Browns aren't winning in a Super Bowl anytime soon. Browns aren't making a deep playoff run anytime soon. Browns probably won't even grab a wild card spot, but they don't know that, and they might take a stab at potentially Derrick Henry. The Chiefs, I don't know if the Chiefs understand who they are, what their identity is. They made a trade for Mecole Hardman, trying to maybe fix some of the mistakes they maybe made, and I don't know how valuable that's actually going to be for their offense, but they're potentially maybe looking inward right now, reflection in the mirror, and saying, maybe we should have brought in Hopkins. Maybe we can right some wrongs, and I know we love Pacheco, right? But maybe we look at bringing in Derrick Henry for a 3rd or 4th round pick. And this is going to be, in hindsight, a great move for them because they can use him in a way that keeps him healthy. So Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Chiefs, so far so good. Browns, they think it would be good probably if they had this conversation, but we know it wouldn't end well anyway. Vikings, same thing. I think the Browns and the Vikings, it would be a wasted effort, a wasted rental. But I think maybe they're looking at the Kirk Cousins situation, JJ being out. Maybe this motivates JJ to come back versus wanting to sit out. Maybe they get a couple wins where there might be some losses while they wait for JJ. And maybe this team does believe this is the thing that gets them over the hump when they've been a very strong midseason and regular season team, but they crap the bed in the playoffs or when it counts. And so I think maybe this will be another potential landing spot. All these landing spots are viable. These are 6 pretty decent. I might have even left a landing spot off. You can tell me if you believe another situation looks better, but these landing spots would be viable. So definitely feel like if I had to guess what the best landing spot would be, I'd say the Bills. I don't know fantasy-wise if that's better than the Ravens. I think the Ravens are probably the best fantasy landing spot for Derrick Henry. I think the Bills is the best likelihood of getting the most out of him and squeezing the most value out without breaking him and having that dangerous run attack when you need it, but using it in a way that's sparing, and it might not translate to the best fantasy production like the Baltimore Ravens situation would, but that could lead him to injury because he can't really maintain at his age of 29 years old, at his size, his massive size with the tread on those tires, hitting the ground over and over. Him hitting the ground over is 10 times the impact it is for one of us to hit the ground. So the injuries and the toll that hitting the ground takes for this man versus others, when people say he's built different, they're right. In some ways it's good, in some ways it's bad. And as you get older, it is bad. To be built different, to be built like a refrigerator or a vending machine and hitting the ground over and over is bad. And it's going to take a toll very quickly. Now, what's this do to Tajay Spears? I'll tell you what.
The moon.
Sends him to the moon. I don't know why everything's delayed for me right now. My whole soundboard, everything is delayed. It sends him to the
moon.
To the moon. And so Tajay Spears, unbelievable opportunity if a trade does happen. Who's my source? There is no source. The source is a bunch of rumors. Now there are people that are. This is the source. And these types of Twitter sphere, Buffalo Bill pages, and Browns pages and Ravens pages, and a lot of conjecture and rumor. But I hit that at the front, and I took away your ammunition if you think, oh, this is not going to happen, Schmitty. This is definitely not in the Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport sphere of news or concrete information. But it's logical. The reason we're here is it's logical. The reason we're here is because they potentially were maybe looking to trade him before the season kicked off. And now you're definitely thinking that from a logical perspective, the Titans would have nothing better to do than trade Derrick Henry as they build, because they're not winning now. They may have thought, well, won't trade him in case we can win. They know they can't win. This team is not built to win. This team is not good enough. And they will look to explore. They will look to explore a trade. And the question just comes down to, what is the least amount that they will accept, and what team is willing to rent him. And so this right here is just one report. Again, sources. There is no information. There is no concrete piece of news anywhere. If anybody's looking for it, it's not out there. It's not out there, but the rumors are circling, and we're here to sometimes shoot down the rumors. We're here to sometimes just give our opinion and reflect on what we're hearing and try and just speculate if the rumors do end up coming true. What does this mean from a fantasy football impact? What's this mean from an NFL impact? So that's what we're here to do. So if anybody wants to say something like this is fake news, or this is you're going to be wrong on this, we're not here to talk like that. We're here to say that the news, the Twitter news, is rampant around this topic. No one came into this live stream and said this is concrete. Adam Schefter's reporting this is gonna happen. Nobody, absolutely nobody, because that news isn't there. This is conjecture. This is rumor mill. This is logical guesswork, and it makes sense. And I'm here to say, I don't know if it happens. I said that at the top. I don't know if it'll happen. My job is not necessarily always to tell you it will or won't happen, because I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm guessing as much as anybody else, and we use logic and reason and history and trending and different things to try and put the pieces together to either confirm or deny what could be a rumor turned fact later, or a rumor that we all laugh at because it didn't come true and it wasn't likely to happen anyway. That's what we're here to do. And I'm here to tell you my assessment right here, right now, based on the Twitter news everywhere, the rampant guesswork everywhere, is that it makes sense. It makes sense because this team can't win. And Spears would go to the freaking moon. A guy we've been talking up pretty much all season long. He's on every single waiver wire video we do. Stash Spears. Go get Spears. Pick him up. Don't cut him. Smitty, should I cut Spears? No, you don't cut Spears. Hey, Smitty, I need a defense this week. Am I cutting Spears? No, you don't cut Spears. Spears is league winning. He's a sleeping giant. He's waiting just to be used. Just to be used. All right, so time to draft. My guess of landing spot would be the Buffalo Bills, number 1. The Ravens, number 2. I think the Browns are going to be very interested in this move. I think a lot determines based on who wins this weekend too. You know, because if a team like the Browns were to go, and look, without Watson, I don't know that this is going to happen. So this is why I think this one will be unlikely, because they're going to be in lose mode for a couple weeks, waiting on poor little Deshaun Watson's little bruise in his shoulder, inside the middle of his shoulder. So I think ultimately the Browns are going to be out of it. Had Watson been on the field playing, trying, winning, and they had a record of 4-3 coming out of this week, I'd really say that they're a possibility to say, look, Chubb's out. Let's rent Henry for a year, and let's try and do something here. Let's try and develop Deshaun Watson. Worst case scenario, we develop Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson wants no part of that, apparently. Deshaun Watson wants to watch Netflix and sit at home with his bruise. And so I don't know that they're going to actually be a player in this. My guess is it's going to be the Bills or the Ravens. I don't know that the Bengals have any interest whatsoever. We have no idea if any of these teams have interest, but we do know that the logical pieces and players here, Bills, Ravens, maybe Chiefs, but they're pretty happy with Pacheco and their run crew. But I think maybe they've got to figure out a way to offset some of their mistakes in the offseason, not going after Hopkins, believing in Tony, not using Tony properly. Even now, they still don't believe in him because they don't use him. They don't use him properly. He's still there. He's there. He's talented, but they don't throw to him. So they definitely need to rectify some bad choices in the offseason, addressing the offense and the identity of the offense. And what better way than to do something crazy? But I'd say Bills, Ravens are the top contenders. And I don't know that I see a whole lot happening past that. So that's the news right now. That's the Derrick Henry speculation. That's my take on it anyway. And hopefully Spears is born in the next couple of weeks through some sort of Derrick Henry trade. Honestly, it's great for everybody because Derrick Henry, where he is, can't survive and do well. Derrick Henry in Buffalo, maybe he scores 10 touchdowns in 10 games. You know what I mean? So, like, maybe he's not quite the volume king that we want, but he's a touchdown performing monster. And then you get a born running back in Spears that doesn't exist today, but in a flex role. And so Henry being traded to an environment where, you know, I'm not a super big fan of James Cook. I'm okay having James Cook kind of fall to the wayside, maybe still involved, and Henry reborn in a new way, maybe a touchdown way, and Spears born. You know, that puts two running backs on the map in an environment right now where Derrick Henry's a running back, but he's shaky, he's up and down, and Spears right now is hidden. He's a sleeping giant. He's in sleep mode, dormant mode, and we need to wake him up. $5 hauler, I have Musgrave, but should I trade Gibbs for Pitts full PPR? I would not. I would trade Gibbs. I think Musgrave arguably is as good, if not better, than Pitts. And each week, if you're going to argue, or if you're going to come into my live stream, Thomas, and say, do I start Pitts or Musgrave, which you're going to do, why do it? Why get rid of Gibbs, especially now? Let Gibbs do his thing, bro. I also have Swift, Eckler, Spears. Let's hope something happens. No, keep Gibbs. Tony, trade A.J. Brown and Walker for Eckler and Puka. I would take, that's pretty close. That's an even Steven trade. Anybody tells you there's one side's way better than the other, they're just talking out their rear end, bro. That is a dead even trade. Eckler and Walker, both bye week free. A.J. Brown, a monster. Puka, a monster. I mean, what are we talking about here? Would I potentially take Puka and Eckler? Maybe. Schedule included in all that evaluation? Probably. Let's get to drafting, ladies and gentlemen. Underdog Fantasy will double your first deposit up to it's temporarily $500 for a limited time. So let me drop that link in the live chat. I'll pin it in the live chat. And anybody that wants to draft with us right now, you got to use this link. It will insert promo code Smitty for you. But Underdog Fantasy will match your first deposit, double your first deposit up to $500 right here. So please take part in that bad boy. I'm going to pin that link this very second right now in the live chat. Link has been pinned right now in the live chat. And we are going to jump into an Underdog draft as we speak. So everybody go to the Underdog app. That link again will end up downloading Underdog and inserting promo code Smitty. If you download the app without using the link, just insert code Smitty. We're going to ask you how you heard about us. And they will double your deposit up to $500. If you deposit $10, they'll double it to $10. You do 100, they'll give you 100. You do 500, they'll give you 500. You do 600, they'll give you 500. You do 1,000, they'll give you 500. They'll double your first deposit up to $500 the first time if you're a first-time customer doing a first-time sign-up. Traded away Brian Robinson, T-Law, Puka for Eckler. Boom. I had somebody in my comments. I even say it over and over. I'm going to have some kind of commenting Caleb that's going to be like, you can't trade for Eckler, Smitty. This is a waste of a conversation. And traded away Brian Robinson, T-Law, Puka for Eckler, Jacoby Myers. I like it. It's a smash. I love all these naysaying Noahs in my comments, just constantly. You can't trade Eckler on the cheap. No, or buy Eckler on the cheap. No one's selling Eckler. It's just unbelievable. People just don't understand. They don't understand that not every league is the same. They don't understand that not every owner of Eckler is going to treat him the same. Of course, your league may be one where no one's trading Eckler away. We got that. We're not morons. We're not complete morons. We get it. We understand what time it is. Trade JJ, Rashad White for K9 and Debo. Give me K9 and Debo, pal. With JJ being out maybe 4 or 5, 6 more weeks, we have no clue. Another reason why the Vikings would be a good potential landing spot, trying to stay afloat, and then you're fighting for something. I think the Vikings would be a fantastic spot. But they did already trade for Cam Akers, so I don't know that they're going to do it again. All right, let's get into the Underdog Fantasy Draft. Click on let's go over to the Battle Royale week number 7. $5 entry. It's the 4th card on the lobby and draft tabs. Okay, fourth card, click it. I'm going to wait about 5 seconds because of the YouTube delay. Click the green button now. $5 per entry, 300K in prizes. It's 1 QB, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Okay, hit that green button right now. Or you already did because of the 5-10 second delay on YouTube. And we're going to wait for this draft to fill. And that boy, appreciate your super chat, my main man. Thank you. Smitty, that's probably Dynasty. That's why. No, Frankie, it happens every single day. Every single hour, I'm walking someone through a Derrick Henry trade. That's why, Frankie. Because not everybody's league is the same. And Eckler owners that are 1 win into the season, or they've got 0 wins, are freaking out because he came back and did nothing for them. It's time for them to move on in their mind, and they're going to do it whether you like it or not. So you can sit back, not you specifically, Frankie, but a lot of you can that doubt that this is possible, sit back and watch someone else do it, or keep complaining about how you think he's worth more so it can't happen because the world revolves around me. Traded JJ and Achane for Waddle. Traded JJ for Achane and Waddle. I take Achane and Waddle. You did real good, DeVar. Real good. I like that a lot. That could help you win a league for sure. And I got the 2 pick. We're almost on the clock. The draft starts in 4 seconds. Trade Roshan or London. Start Roshan or London. It depends on Roshan, man. Right now, you got to go London. But, I mean, if let's say Roshan is deemed a starter and they're talking him up like mad, then, of course, I'm down. KC, Eckler, or Cooper Kupp, Pittsburgh. Man. I think I'm going to roll. Let's go with Cooper Kupp in this one. Matt, appreciate you. Traded Jay Ford and Godwin for Puka. I think he smashed.
Got him.
Unbelievable. You guys are doing amazing trades. I love it. I absolutely, while I look annoyed, I really love it. I really love it when you can't get Eckler cheap. I love it. I love when people say it. Come into my comments, say it all you want. Act like you know everything about Eckler. Act like you know everything about every owner in every league across the land. And keep doing it. Keep doubting that other people are doing it. I'm helping people get Eckler every single hour, if not every single 2 hours. It's easy. It's not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's Eckler owner in their existing league where they don't have Eckler is going to give them away. Not everybody, but it's happening in droves. In droves. Who here will... Frankie, no, not a lot of people in here will, because we talk them up every day. People are in go acquire Eckler mode, Frankie. That's the whole point. You're in an Eckler environment. You're in a safe space for Eckler, Frankie. You can keep doubting it all you want, Frankie, but all you're doing is proving that you think things should go a certain way, therefore they're going to. But that's not how the world works, Frankie. And I'm literally telling you, you could say that I'm being deceiving or I'm misguiding people by telling you this, or you can trust me when I tell you I'm helping people at least once every 2 hours right now on the text line through comments acquire Eckler on the cheap. That's the bottom line, Frankie. You're either here for that or you're not. That's it. You can say whatever you want over and over and over. It doesn't do anything. Jacobs, Andrews, Barkley, Bijan. Who am I taking here? Let's go with... It's Bijan week. He's going to do it. He's going to do it this week. We're doing it live. Traded JJ for AK and Devontae Adams. Pick up Gibbs or Spears. You need both of them. Drop your kicker. Pick up both. You got to pick up Gibbs first, though, because he's in the forefront right now. But I love the trade. Adams and AK are phenomenal. That's the kind of stuff that we have people going, you can't trade JJ for a lot. Smash.
Got him.
Smash, Kevin. Doing it live. Kevin's doing it live. Kevin's doing it live. Frankie, you're wasting your breath, bro. I don't think you're listening. Smitty, Eckler is a top 5 back for the rest of the season. Who will honestly trade? I don't think you're listening. I really don't. I'm done even answering your questions because you're set in your own world, bro. Don't even understand what you're trying to do. Okay, let's go Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Cooper Kupp. Let's ride. Madison, Ramondre. But, we definitely need to be careful with Ramondre, but we also can't completely write him off right now. Okay, Matt. So are we still doing K9 for Eckler? I think, that's debatable. They're both at the bye week. They're both playing great. The only difference is K9's got a rough schedule, and the volume isn't 100% there. So it's the touchdowns have been there, and they can continue to be. We can't assume they won't be, but with a tough schedule and some kind of like holding your breath moments, it's something where I feel like I'm a little more inclined to be like, give me Eckler's volume and give me the fact that, Mike Williams down, they're going to throw to him more. Like, all that stuff just kind of adds up to, I think, a bit safer player. Being 28 sucks, but it is what it is. He already missed time. Okay, let's go here. 6-0, 10-team PPR. Burrow, Love, Achane, JT, Brees, K9, Gibbs, Roshan, Spears, Kupp, Olave, Ridley, Watson, Musgrave. Who to start? I mean, bro, you're starting Love. I mean, who do you mean who to start? You got Love is your only quarterback you can start here. JT, Brees is on a bye. K9, and you can't start Roshan or Spears right now. Gibbs is probably going to start for right now, so Gibbs is your third running back. Kupp, Olave, and I guess your dilemma could be Ridley, Watson. But if you start all four, you'd have to sit Gibbs. I don't mind that. Watson, Ridley, Olave, Kupp, and then you wait on Gibbs. Maybe Gibbs changes your mind to go into your flex spot. But, yeah, that's tough. You got to start JT, though. I couldn't sit JT. As far as this right here, I'm going to go bounce back Mike Evans. Bounce back Mike Evans. Matt says, Frankie, nobody in your league. I just got Eckler. That's what I'm trying to tell him. He's not listening. I'm done responding to it. I do enough like explaining of what the Frankie comment's going to be, and the Frankie comment still comes. I'm like, somebody's going to come in and there it is. No one's trading Eckler. It's like clockwork, bro. It's just it's the logic is, if I can't get it, it's not happening. It's just people don't hear it. They just don't hear it. It's almost not Frankie's fault, but he's not going to get it. He's never going to. It's like talking to my mom. She's not going to understand it. I'm just going to continuously. Man, do I go? I'll go DK, I guess here. Anyway. Draven in the building. Draven says, Lions, parlays, Lions, Ravens, Dolphins, Eagles, Bucks, Falcons. Nice job. Nice job, Draven. Draven coming in strong. Underdog Fantasy, Draven. Do it live. Do it live. Yeah, 5-1 teams aren't going to trade Eckler, Frankie. That's my whole point. That's what I've said over and over. Go watch my Eckler video through the entire video, and then you'll hear me talking about you in the video. It's hilarious. Kyler will be 40 plus on a week. What? Kyler will get 40 plus on week 10. Okay. Pick the winners. Okay. I'd say Draven. Let me pull up the schedule, Draven. Hold on a second. Draven's getting complicated on me here. All right, Draven, hold on. I'm on the clock. One second. What do you want me to look at? Okay, Lions, Ravens. I'm on the clock, Draven. Hold on a second. Draven, calm down. Let's relax, Draven. Okay, let's go Musgrave. Let's go Lions. Dolphins, Eagles. Let's go. I guess we go Dolphins. But that Draven, I don't know if I like going near that one. If I could pull that one away, that one's a tough one. Bucks, Falcons. I'm going to go Falcons, but I don't like that one either, Draven. Those are two ones I don't think I'd go near. These are not good games to put into your parlay, bro. I would go another direction. Those are hard games to talk about. Chicago Bears. The reason I don't think the Bears would do that is because I don't know that the Bears feel like this is the year. Guys, click the Battle Royale Week 7 again, and I'll wait about 7 seconds for the YouTube delay, and we'll jump in again. But Ahmed is a poor man's Achan. He was last week, but with Wilson back, he won't be this week probably, bro. Achan for Eckler. You'd probably rather have Eckler because you're getting no bye week left. He's already had it, and you're getting nothing but production the whole way, so you have to go Eckler. But Achan, people that have Achan can't you got to have at least one share. Okay, click the Week 7. I think that's probably enough time. Join in, jump into the draft. What's up, Draven? What's up, Draven?
Hello?
Draven! Earth to Draven.
Yeah. Okay, how do I do this? I want to do, I want to do Underdog Fantasy and, support you. What is this, and how do I sign up for it?
Okay, you're going to click the link that's pinned in the live chat, Draven. See that?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to the chat.
Good. It's at the top, pinned.
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah. You take your time, Draven.
And then I can put money on this on my team to win. How does it work?
Well, you're not going to necessarily do team. These are higher lows on players, more so than anything else. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It's fantasy driven, and it's also higher low driven on player stat lines.
Right.
But
okay, so somebody gets so many rushing yards.
Yeah, I'll do something with you. We'll do one together, okay?
Okay, I'm doing it. I'll just do it on my phone.
All right. Well, sign up, and once you're ready, call me back. But use that link. That link will put promo code Smitty in for you. If for any reason you end up getting there without the link, you got to enter code Smitty. When it says, "How did you hear about us?" You say Smitty.
Okay.
All right. Call me back when you're ready to go.
Signed up, and I'll call you back.
All right. There you go. Okay. Kelsey, Cooper Kupp, Eckler, Diggs. I'm gonna go Mahomey here. I think Mahomes has a big day. I think buying low on Mahomes will never be a thing after this week. Roster help QB Lamar and Love. Let's go with Kenneth Walker. Mahomes and Walker, love it. Roster help have Lamar and Love. You're probably going Lamar, but I think Love could be a really sleeper move this week. But Hall on a bye. You got Gibbs. Or waiting on the Gibbs start, but if he starts, you're going Gibbs. Probably, I guess, Najee, but that's tough. Spears is okay, but he's not guaranteed a lot of volume, but he's certainly a decent play. Wide receivers, Olave and Ridley and Addison, so you're obviously plugging all three of those guys in. London's tempting, but I don't think I sit Ridley for London, but I would contemplate Addison for London, but I don't know. I think Kelsey is a good team. That's your starting lineup in general, right? In a vacuum. Once Achan's back, and hopefully Gibbs is still in the lineup, but like Hall and Achan on a weekly basis is fantastic. Olave, Ridley, and London Addison is your dilemma, right? That's a good team. I don't know that you trade anything unless it's one of the quarterbacks. Would I bank on Love and get rid of Lamar? Maybe, if I could get the right player. But keep in mind that if you get the right player, you're putting Addison or London on the bench if that right player is a receiver. Would I do it for Aaron Jones? Probably. Obviously, Lamar and a Najee for Eckler would be a home run move, he who collects. So if you can pull that off, that would be like the trade of the century. That would be phenomenal. And then Hoosier, appreciate you dropping your super chat. 12 team 1-5 Goff Purdy. Okay, rebuild time or ride it out. Goff, Purdy, Watson, JT, Barkley, Hopkins, JSN. Yeah, I mean, I would say that this is rebuild time maybe for you. You rebuild around JT. I just don't know how much Barkley's going to get you. I'm trying to get Achan. I'm trying to get wide receivers like Devontae Smith and a running back. I think people in Dynasty might be scared of Swift right now. It seems like that anyway. A lot of the Swift questions I get day in and day out indicate that people are worried about Swift dropping off the face of the earth. I would definitely go after Devontae Smith, Achan as potential moves, but try and build around JT. But yeah, I don't know. That team does feel like it's a rebuild team, to be honest. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. Let's go with a good old Aaron Jones move here. So we got Mahomey, Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, and we'll be on the clock in a second. Okay, Draven, you there?
Yeah, I got it downloaded, ready to go. What
okay.
do I do?
All right, sit on mute is what you'll do, and then once I'm done with this draft,
Okay.
we'll put one in. So just mute yourself real quick.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's see here. Almost on the clock here again. I'm probably gonna roll with my boy Christian Watson, and we're gonna go with the double Packer back-to-back picks right there with the Aaron Jones, Christian Watson. We got Walker, Mahomey. Really liking this team so far. I think the Packers do pretty well this week. Mike from Houston, what do you got, man? You got 30 seconds, pal.
Hey, Smitty. So my team right now, my two running backs are Breece Hall and Tony Pollard. I was wondering, do you think I could possibly upgrade Tony Pollard to Eckler, or do you think that's like a good move to make?
Tony Pollard to Eckler, I definitely think it has its pros and cons. I really like Pollard, but I like Eckler more, and his bye week is out of the way. It just makes sense, man. It's a good move. It's a really, really good move.
What kind of people would you pair with a Pollard to get him?
I try not to pair anything. I try and use his bad game and his age and the fact that he did bad for the owner that's been waiting on him all week, all year. And then if I throw in something small, sure, but what do you got? What do you got to throw in? I mean, you can't throw in a freaking Devontae Smith or a Waddle or a St. Brown or an Olave. You just can't do that. I mean, Pollard's good.
I got Tank Dell, Josh
Sure.
Palmer, Drake
Sure.
London.
Maybe not London.
Okay. All right, for sure. All right, that's all I was wondering. Appreciate it, Smitty.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. All right. DJ Moore. I'm on the clock here. Let's go with a good old... Damn, this one's tough. I never take Amari Cooper, but I did. See, I show him some respect. I show him some damn respect. Let's go Luke Musgrave here. All right, this super chat's from Cam. Cam says 8-man, Goff, Mostert, Breece Hall, Brian Robinson, Dalvin, Achan, Wilson, McLaurin, okay, 4-2. Any moves to make? I'd like to upgrade that quarterback spot, bro. I mean, you're in a freaking 8-man league. I'd love for you to have a better. I mean, Goff's playing well, but in an 8-man league, I feel like you could have a better QB. Mostert, Brees, good running backs. Achan, you got hit hard, but wait on him. Wilson Jr., that's great. You got him to fill in for now. Tyreek, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. It's a great team. I mean, I just trying to upgrade that QB somehow. Goff to Tua, even if it's small. Goff to go to the teams that have double quarterbacks and try and make moves. Try and give. I assume that's Brian Robinson. I would trade Brian Robinson. I would trade T. Addison, McLaurin, any of those guys to upgrade that quarterback, even if it's just a Tua. All right, Draven. So you're gonna pull up the app, bro. Okay. You're gonna click the Pick'em tab at the bottom left. Okay. Then you're gonna see all those circle options at the top. You're gonna click on NFL, which is like the 5th option or whatever. Once you highlight that, you'll see just the NFL. All right, so we're gonna roll through here and we're gonna pick these hires. Okay, we're gonna put 5 of them together, and then once your 5th is selected, it then pops up with how much you want to put down. So we're gonna go along here. And if you see anything you like, you tell me. But I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling past the Saints game. I'm not. I guess I could go Olave TD. That's a 1.5 multiplier. That means that it's gonna give you. It's gonna make the group of 5 that you pick on the hires. It's gonna $5 is gonna get you 100. If you get all 5 correct, you get $100 per every $5. But if you select these chili pepper scorchers, they call them, 1.5, it's gonna 1.5 times multiply it on top of that because it's a harder one to hit. So, do we like Olave with a touchdown?
Well, okay. So on mine right now, I have Derrick Henry needs 1 yard. So I think I'm gonna go with that one.
They're probably giving you a freebie, so use it. Yes. Use it.
Okay,
It's your first time. They're gonna give you one. So Derek Carr 1 yard. That's a freebie. So hit that one. Okay. Now go down to the Chris Olave one. Do we want to do that? 0.5 TDs, rushing or receiving. That just means he has to get 1 touchdown.
Let me see that.
You gotta move fast, Draven. I don't have all day.
Okay. I have Chris Olave and I have receptions, receiving yards, and fantasy points.
You don't have a scorcher with a chili pepper? 0.5?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to do a normal one together. Okay, hold on. Let's go back up to ETN. He's up a little ways. ETN, what do you like here, Draven? Okay. 64 yards rushing. I kind of like that.
Do they use him as like screens and stuff?
They use him all over the field, Draven. He's Superman.
Okay. How about receiving yards? 19.5.
What do you receiving yards? It's 19.5. Let's do it, Draven. Higher. Hit the higher button. You'll see it highlight. Now you got 1 of your 5 selected, or 2 of your 5. Okay. Let's scroll on down. Let's keep going, Draven. Moving right along. Let's go down to St. Brown. 1.25. Oh, you can't do that one. Do you see a St. Brown one at all, Draven? Do you have any?
I'm going down. Let me see.
You probably don't have St. Brown. The only one listed is a Scorcher, and if you're not getting Scorchers, I don't think.
No, I don't got St. Brown.
Yeah.
How about Bijan? It's 13.5 rushing attempts.
Bijan, let's do it. Draven, I'm gonna roll with you on this one. Bijan, where?
Okay. Well, okay.
Well, no. Let's do it. Bijan, hold on.
Are you sure?
Let me. I'm sure, Draven. Let's do it. Let me type in Bijan here. Hold on. All right, you want to do the rushing attempts?
Yeah, and I want to do more than 13.5.
Okay, higher. Done, Draven. Okay, let's do. You don't see a St. Brown one, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. Lamar Jackson. No, let's not go there. Let's go with Josh Allen. 1.5 TDs means he's just got to throw 2 touchdown passes. I think he can do that.
I'm looking for Allen. Is there any way I can see by teams?
You can search at the top in the search bar. But Draven, I got to run. So do that one. Just click a couple of these and submit it. Once you pick your fifth one, it's gonna pop up and say how much you want to do. Just if you do $5, it'll turn into $100. If you get all 5 right, you can do insurance.
Okay.
You know, you can do insurance, but I'm gonna do Josh Allen 1.5 TDs.
I don't have Josh Allen, but hey, I'll look around and then.
Yeah.
I think,
let me know.
Allen, yeah, I got it.
Let me know. Okay, yeah. Let me know what you end up picking, Draven. All right. Call back with your 5.
Okay,
all right.
I got you.
All right, later. Anthony, you're live. You got 30 seconds. Actually, you got 25. Draven took 5 years. Go.
All right, hey. So Calvin Ridley's been kind of burning me lately. Should I start him tomorrow over Pittman?
Calvin Ridley over Pittman. I would. But I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
So I have Pittman and Pickens on my bench and Flowers on my flex. But I also have Roshan Johnson I could throw on my flex and then play Flowers over Ridley. I just don't want Ridley to burn me tomorrow.
Well, I mean, let me put it this way. Let me put it as eloquently as I can, okay? Let me put it as eloquently as I can. Sitting Ridley is as risky as starting Ridley.
Right.
So, like, I'm not... I mean, look, Pittman could outscore him. It's happened. But... I'm not... Especially if T-Law starts, I'm playing him. I know that the Saints could lock him down and blanket him, but you also could see Kirk get a big dose of that too. Like, who's to say Kirk's not the guy they're looking like? We got to stop this guy. He keeps scoring, and you know what I mean. So we don't really know. It's not like we 100% know what the hell's going to go on defensively, scheme wise. I'm going to go with Ridley there, but I don't blame you. I'm not going to tell you to take a lap. I'm not going to say, that's a total easy call. Pittman did really well last week. He's a decent play for sure. Is he safer? Maybe a little safer. Sure.
And then real quick, Goff or Stafford?
Goff.
Goff? Okay. All right, cool, man. Thank you.
All right, bro. Later. It is what it is. It is what it is. We got a V-San with a super chat. V-San, I appreciate you, pal. Was offered Hall, Waddle, Smith for Hill, Dak, Hunt. Hall, Waddle, Smith, Devontae Smith. That's a lot for Hill, Dak, and Hunt. So it's Tyreek Hill versus Hall, Waddle, and Devontae Smith. That's a lot of... Guys, can we get a vote on that one? Can we get a vote on this one? What do you rather have? I mean, Hill's Hill, I get it, but Waddle, Hall, and Devontae Smith is 3. That's 3 potential ballers. The thing is, you're 4-2. You're already doing well. You got Lamb. You got Lamb and Hill and JT and AK and Burrow, and you're already doing well. Does your team look that much better taking Hill out, putting Waddle and Devontae Smith in with Lamb? Now you're sitting Addison, maybe, depending on your lineup. And then you've got JT and Hall and AK. I mean, it's a good team. That's a good team. And you're diversifying quite a bit. I you know what, V-San? I'd probably say give me the lot of them. Give me the 3 guys because, you know, you can, as some of the chat is saying too, weather through a lot of injury. All right, Draven. Last one, Draven. What do you got? What'd you do?
Okay, I got one, and I think it's gonna hit.
Okay.
I got Derrick Carr, having 1 yard.
Nice. You got
Austin
that.
Eckler over 48.5 rushing yards.
Get it.
Kamara over 50.5 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs, Heil, getting a touchdown, 1 touchdown.
Nice.
By rush or reception.
Okay.
And then Kenneth Walker getting a touchdown by
Draven
rush or
season.
reception.
Isn't that fun, Draven? Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I put 5 on it to get like 100. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you telling me
Hell
how
yeah.
to do this and taking your time.
Hey, Draven, I appreciate you. Appreciate you using the link, promo code Smitty. That helps your boy out. And you're the man, bro. You got it.
I appreciate you, Smitty. Take it easy. And
Hey,
also, I just wanted to tell you that you're the GOAT and you're like the best fantasy football YouTuber out there.
You're the best. You're the best fantasy football viewer out there. Hey,
take it easy,
Smitty. Draven, click on draft at the bottom left. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll jump into one more of these. Hold on. Click on draft at the bottom left.
Gotcha.
We're going to do this at the same time, so you're going to get into the same draft as me right now. Okay, you're on drafts, right? You're on drafts.
Yep.
Okay. Now you're going to swipe over to the 4th card that says Battle Royale Week 7.
Got it.
Okay, click on that and hit the green button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay? It says 4 more to start, right? 4 more to start?
It's loading. I hit it though.
Okay. So we're going to be in a draft right now. And this is for the morning and afternoon slate of games only, but it's fun to do these, man. These are where it's at. And if you click that info icon at the top right, it'll bring up all the details, the prizes, the lineup. It's one quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 1 flex. And if you click on your team at any point, like you see your team at the top, what's your name, Draven, on here?
My thing's still like circling, like it's loading the green button.
Okay. Well, when you click on your name, there'll be a draft thing at the top. You click on your name, it'll pull your team up, and you can look at it that way. All right, Draven. Well, I'll see you in the draft, pal.
Okay.
What's your username on Underdog?
I put it as Draven, I think.
Is it Free the
My
Nips?
name.
The first team there? Is it this one? Free the... No, okay. All right, Draven, I'll look for you later, pal. I don't know if you got in the same one as me. I got a Dave. I got a McCaffrey.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
I clicked it though.
All right, later, Draven. All right. Anyway. All right, I'm on the clock here at Cooper Kupp. Let's go. Actually, we'll go Eckler in this one. We went Cooper Kupp in the other one, so we'll go Eckler in this one. All right. Draven's loving Underdog now. I'm in the draft with Superfish again. Nice golf. So my team is Eckler. The players available. I'm on Raw, Adams, Barkley, Pacheco, Josh Allen. I'm tempted. I like Puka, Nakua. I've got 2 picks very close by each other, so I can be a little presumptuous on who could fall to me here. I really do like Josh Allen this week. I think he's gonna absolutely go on a tear. But I'll go Puka Nakua here. Caution on Spears, he's not built for the full 3 downs. Well, he's also not built with an ACL in one of his knees, but that doesn't matter. We're still rolling with the man. I knew I shouldn't have told the drafter right in front of me about... I should have just taken Josh Allen. Let's go with Herbert here though, because we have Eckler, and let's go with Puka, Herbert, and Eckler, and let's hope that Herbert throws 4 touchdown passes to Austin Eckler, and then we're doing it live. I mean, Spears will be fine. The thing you got to understand about Spears is I'm not sitting here going Spears has got amazing dynasty value. You've never heard me say that in my life. He's got 1 ACL, but for the short period of time he'd be starting, half a year, he can thrive. 4-2, 10-team PPR rate this team. Fields, Cousins, Diggs, DJ Moore, Wilson, Watson. It's a good squad. I mean, obviously it sucks the Fields got hurt. Diggs, DJ Moore affected by Fields. Garrett Wilson obviously affected by Aaron Rodgers' injury. Breece Hall, Swift. It's a good team. Do I think it's the best team in your league? Probably not. Would I trade Diggs and divide and conquer? Maybe. Would I take Aaron Jones and Olave for Diggs? Yes. Would I take Achane and Olave or a receiver like that potentially, given you're 4-2 and you could wait? I'm not saying to for sure trade Diggs. You got to make the right move, but I don't believe everybody that just has Diggs needs to just hold them no matter what. Whoever's got CMC shouldn't just hold them no matter what. It depends on what your record is. It depends on if you could win. Because if you can't win, why hold on to them so the house burns down? Like, make a smart play. Evans, let's go. Bounce back Evans. Bounce back Evans, baby. Eckler, Puka, Herbert, Evans. Very unorthodox team for me, at least, but I like it. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I kind of have a feeling, I'm not going to say it because the Nips always takes my picks here. So I got to wait and see what they do, because he's just going to take, if I said Josh Allen, he took Josh Allen. Okay, I'm going to go with, I'm going to predict a little JT reemergence here. Draven dropping a super if he wins. I like it, Draven. You're the man. Draven's the man. The man with the plan. This year's been crazy enough that Tyson might go nuts this week. He could, Matt. He definitely could. It's the way it's been. It's a crazy year for sure. Tajay Spears to the moon is certainly if Henry gets traded again. If anybody hasn't seen the monologue or the intro of the video, go watch it, because I clearly tell you what's going on and whether this is something we should count on or not. Obviously, the answer is, I'm going to ruin it for you, is no. Draven Insurance means you click it, it decreases your winning immediately. That means you can only win $50, not $100, but you're allowed to get 4 out of 5 right instead of 5 out of 5. But it knocks your potential profit in half. What are the odds of Henry getting traded? I would say like 40%. Which is a pretty big number when you think about it, because you got to have the suitors line up. You've got to have the draft capital be. Not only do the suitors need to be there, they want them, but then the draft capital has got to be acceptable to the suitor, and then the draft capital has got to be acceptable to the receiving party, and then, then you have Derrick Henry's happiness and all those things that kind of play into it. I'll go Mayor here. So that's a pretty big. Yeah. What's up, Rock Out?
What's that?
What's up, bro? What you got?
Can I tell you my risky parlay?
Sure.
I got Kelsey, 1.5 rushing or receiving touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 1.5 rushing or receiving touchdown. Kenneth Walker, the same thing. Josh Allen, 1.5 touchdown, and Carr, 0.5 yards.
Nice, bro. I like it. I think Josh Allen's a really good play this week. I think all Buffalo Bill players are really good plays this week. I just think they're going to have a good day. But, matchups are tricky. And, Bill Belichick does have his ways to shut down certain receivers. But I just think the Bills are going to come out firing. But I also think a good overall group of like a team to go after for this week would be, I think that Chief Charger game is going to be big. I think the Miami Dolphin Eagle game is going to be huge. I think there'll be a lot more fantasy points scored this week than like last week was Bloody Sunday, man. It was horrible. There was so little going on. Ritter was a top 5 quarterback. This week's kind of crazy because we got 6 teams on a bye. But still, when you look at this, it's like you picture to see half of these teams playing, not playing. But it's like, it's crazy that there's still some good high-scoring potential players.
No doubt.
Yeah, nice work, bro. Biggest I'll let you lead me with this. Biggest prediction of the week. Go.
What's the biggest prediction on who's playing? Let's see.
Let's play a little game. Lifetime content membership. And if anybody doesn't already has a lifetime content membership, then you can get we'll say a 30-minute draft prep call. Not a full draft call, but like you use it how you want for 30 minutes. Okay? Biggest prediction on the phone call line right now. Dial in real quick. This is going to be we're going to do this very quick because I got to get out of here. We'll maybe do this tomorrow too. Biggest prediction, but it's got to come true this week. Okay? So rock out, give me but here's the catch. If the next person gives me a bolder prediction and the chat agrees it's bolder, then you get bumped out and then they're the one in the driver's seat. But your prediction can't be so bold it doesn't come true or you're not going to win. Because it's got to come true. So hit me with your boldest prediction this week. Rock out, go.
DJ Moore be a top 12 receiver.
DJ Moore will be a top 12 wide receiver. Okay, thank you, Rock Out. We'll see if you get bumped off, okay? So chat, right. There's the baseline. Rock out to the moon. There's the baseline. Rock out. DJ Moore, top 12. I don't think that's going to stay too long because it's not extremely bold, but it is kind of bold because, Fields is out. All right, of course, Draven's back. Draven, what's your bold prediction?
JT is going to score 28 points in fantasy this week.
Draven, JT equals 28 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Okay, so
JT.
Let me ask the chat. Chat, did Draven just beat out Rock Out for the boldest prediction of the week? If the chat says yes, Rock Out gets erased. and Draven stays on the board. But it's got to come true or Draven doesn't get his lifetime content membership, which is priced at $99, I might add, at thefantasyfootballshow.com. Bold predictions, trade calculators. And if anybody has that already, then I will give you like we'll call it a 20-minute phone. We'll call it a 20-minute phone call. Draft prep, whatever it is. All right. So the chat says yes. Draven wins. Sorry, Rockout. Rockout's predictions wiped off the board. You got a chance next week, Rockout. All right. Draven, appreciate you. Listen for hopefully your prediction stays on top. James Arthur from Texas. What is your prediction?
Bold prediction for the week?
Yeah.
How about Bijan Robinson, 2 touchdowns?
Bijan, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty bold. If this, and I'll be the judge if it's too bold, like someone's trying to be like stupid silly to like take everybody's prediction off the board, then I'm gonna deny it as being an entrant. Can I get a vote in the chat right now? Is Bijan 2 TDs bolder than Draven's 28 points for fantasy JT fantasy points in week number 7? Can we get a vote on here? Bijan 2 TDs. I kind of feel like the 2 TDs is pretty bold considering the stance of what the running back room usage looks like, and that would be a very fun day for all of us if we could get 2 TDs out of. Let's see here. Bijan calls definitely not bold, says Jimmy 2 times. Yeah, it is. 2 TDs. JT's bolder. I'm sorry. This is James, right?
Yeah.
JT's bolder. You're making a comeback. No, JT bolder. Okay, JT's bolder. Sorry, James.
JT was pretty bold, I would say that.
Yeah, sorry, James.
Finish him. Call terminated.
On the line is Travis. Travis, you got 30 seconds. Give me your bold prediction.
Rashee Rice gets 80 and 2 touchdowns.
Rice, 80 and 2 TDs. Is that bolder than Draven's? And I accept that as not being so crazy that it's just knocking everybody off the, that's doable. 80 and 2 TDs, bolder than Draven's JT 28 fantasy points. Bolder, JT, bolder. Draven needs 2 TDs to get 28 basically. Says Skate. Let's see what the chat comes up with. I need Rashee Rice. Okay, that is bold. Rice is bolder. Okay, sorry, Draven. Draven's gone. You just broke Draven's heart, by the way, Travis.
Sorry, Draven.
Draven's not going to even be able to sleep tonight now. Okay, thank you, Travis. Good one. Let's hopefully you stay atop.
Thanks.
All right, later. Hank from Illinois, you got 30 seconds for your bold prediction.
This could come true, but tomorrow night I think Olave is going to have a hat trick, 3 TD day, 3 TD night, 3 TD night.
Hank, Olave, 3 TDs. Is that bolder than Travis's Rashee Rice, 80 yards and 2 TDs? And I will accept this as a solid entry, not something to just try and, win out. That's doable. Hat tricks are doable. If you said 5 TDs, I would say you're out of here. But 3 TDs, it's doable. Kelsey or Kittle had a 3 TD game. That's the boldest so far, says Mike. No way. Sounds bold. Too far. I don't know. I think it's borderline too far. But like it could happen. It certainly could happen. 3 TDs. I mean, Kittle just did it. Olave 3 TDs. Okay, that's insane. I think that one wins. I'm sorry, Travis. Just make sure you guys don't cross the line too hard, or I can't allow it. So This is Hank from Illinois. He has Olave 3 TDs. Hank, if you win, call in to collect because I will forget how to get a hold of you and all that. All right, thank you, Hank. Appreciate you. Elvis from Oregon. Elvis, what's your bold prediction? You got 30 seconds.
Devontae said he doesn't care about winning or losing. He cares about greatness. 200 yards, at least 2 touchdowns this weekend.
200 yards, 2 TDs.
And I lead. Yep.
And this is Elvis, right? Elvis, make sure if you win, you call back in and collect. Elvis.
We'll do.
Guys, is Elvis Boulder? Draven's crying in the chat. Crying. Draven, you would have got beat, though, by Hank. Adams, 200 yards and 2 TDs by Elvis. Is that Boulder, or is Olave 3 TDs still Boulder? Let's see here. That's too far. Adams 200 yards and 2 TDs is too far for Adams. I mean, it's that kind of game happens, guys. I don't know why you're acting like that's crazy. If you said like T. Higgins 5 TDs, I'd say no, I'm not accepting that. But like Adams 200 yards and 2 TDs, that could easily, that could happen. I mean, it's not crazy at all. Is this bolder? My question is it bolder than Olave? That's all I need you to say. I don't need you to give me your input on if you think it will happen or not. Adams with the horrible QB, that's pretty bold, says Superfish. Adams bolder because of who's throwing the ball. Okay, so I'm sorry, Hank. Elvis has entered the building. Elvis, appreciate you. In the final one, call back in, Elvis, if you win. Sebastian.
Appreciate you.
You are the final one that can
Josh
knock off.
Allen under 10 fantasy points.
Josh Allen under 10 fantasy points. Is that bolder than Adams 200 yards, 2 TDs, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question. So please vote. Don't tell me whether it's doable, not doable. Is it bolder than Adams 200 yards, 2 TDs? Let's see. Olave is bolder. Yeah, Travis, if you would have said Rice 200 yards, 3 TDs, I probably would have thrown it out. So you were smart not to. Yours was bold, though. It was bold. I think Olave 3 TDs is doable, though. Like it's a crazy week, but it's doable. It could happen. Kittle just scored 3. Adams 202 TDs is not crazy to me. Allen has a bum shoulder, not bolder, says Superfish. Good point. And more. Allen is better. Allen is too bold. Wow, there's some people that don't agree with each other. Everybody's all over the map. Adams is bolder.
We're not going to act like he didn't score 3 against the Jets when they were at home.
Adams is
We're
bolder.
New England and they're at home too. Come on, y'all.
Unrealistic. Hold on, I need to get more of a barometer here. I mean, Allen has already gone under 10 points this season, says Matt, against the Jets too. I might have to make this call, Sebastian, so you're going to have to watch. Okay. I'll catch you later, pal. I'm probably going to say, based on my assessment here, I think the Adams for 202 TDs with a questionable quarterback situation, which I think, I think O'Connell, if he's starting, whatever the case may be, I think this could be doable, crazy doable, but still bolder than this because the shoulder injury is a wild card here. Like he could go out, take a hit, and hit the sideline. And then it's like, that's harder to do because injury could make this one win. So I'm going to say for future boldness, be careful on the unders because if you factor in if he gets hurt, you'll win it. And then that's not as bold. So I'm going to say No on the Josh Allen. The winner is Elvis. Elvis has left the building currently and will be back to try and collect. Elvis, call back in, Elvis, if you win this, and we'll right size you. Adams, 200 yards and 2 TDs. That is our winner. That is our winner. I will see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every one of you.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.